Welcome to our third lesson in pre-algebra. Today we're going to be solving equations by adding and subtracting. A few more vocabulary words for you today that are very important. First off is equation. So we've talked in the last 2 days about algebraic expressions like 3x plus 5. What makes it an equation is if you say that 3x plus 5 equals something else. It might just be a number, it might be another mathematical or algebraic equation, but if it's a sentence with an equal sign, that's what makes it an equation. So solving and evaluating are pretty much the same thing. So solving, you want to find an answer or a solution to it. The solution can be a value or even values when we talk about inequalities that make the equation true. So if you come up with 2 equals 5, that value is not true, so that would not be a solution. Okay, and an inverse operation is any operation that can undo the other. So addition and subtraction are inverse operations, and multiplication and division are inverse operations. That's how you undo. If you want to undo addition, you have to subtract. And anytime we are solving an equation, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the variable all alone on one side of the equation, and that will tell us what that variable is equal to. First activity we're going to be doing is substituting numbers in to decide if that number is a solution to the equation. Remember, a solution has to make the equation true. So we want to decide which value of x is a solution for the equation. Here's our equation, x minus 4 equals 16. And here's our possible solutions, 12, 20, and 21. So in order to decide which of those is going to be a solution to the equation, we're going to substitute each value for x into our equation and see which one comes out correct. So we're going to start out with the x equals 12. So let's rewrite our problem. X minus 4 equals 16. We're going to substitute the 12 in for x. So 12 minus 4 equals 16. 12 minus 4 is 8. 8 does not equal 16. So this is not a solution. Next up, we're going to put our 20 in for a place of x. So we have 20 minus 4 equals 16. 20 minus 4 is 16. 16 is equal to 16. So 20 is a solution. Just because we found that 20 is a solution doesn't mean that we can't that we just assume that everything else isn't a solution. We were asked to check if 21 is a solution, so we're going to go ahead and check that as well. So x minus 4 equals 16. If we have 21 minus 4 equals 16, 21 minus 4 is 17, and 17 is not equal to 16, so this is not a solution. In this case, 20 is the solution for this equation. The reason why algebra works and we can work through the mathematical equations and solve for variables is because of these 4 properties. Today we're going to be talking about 2 of our 4 properties of equality. So the addition property and the subtraction property. Basically, but all of them say the same thing. You can do an operation to one side of the equal sign. As long as you do the same operation on the other side, the statement will still be true. So right here, we have 2 plus 3 equals 5. If we add a 4 to both sides of our equation, we would have 2 plus 7 equals 9. It's still true. So for numbers, it also works for algebra. So if you have x equals y, if you add z to both of them, it's still a true statement. And the same thing for subtraction. Say 4 plus 7 equals 11. If we take 3 away from both sides, we'd have 4 plus 4 equals 8. Still true statement. So the properties of equality are what algebra is hinged on. We're going to solve some equations now. Remember, to solve an equation, you must isolate the variable by using inverse operations. We want to get the variable all alone, and the way we do that, the way we get rid of the other numbers, is by using inverse operations. If you're having addition, your inverse is going to be subtraction. If it is a subtraction problem, your inverse is going to be to add. Here's our equation. 3 plus t equals 11. We want to get our variable all alone. We want to isolate it on the one side of the equal sign. So the way we're going to do that is we need to look at what operation is happening right here. This is an addition. Our 3 is a positive 3, and we're adding it. So in order to get rid of it, we're going to need to do our inverse. What's the inverse of adding? Subtracting. So we're going to subtract 3 here, which means we're going to have to subtract 3 here. Remember, equality properties is we have to do it to both sides. That's how you make it equal. 3 minus 3 is 0, leaving us a t on this side. 11 minus 3 is 8. So our t is going to be equal to 8. Let's try with this one. M minus 7 equals 11. Find the variable. Find out how. I want you to think about how you can get that variable all alone. Our variable is subtracting 7 from it. So in order to get rid of this subtraction 7 or minus 7, this negative 7, we have to do the opposite. We have to add 7. So we're going to add 7 to this side. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. That's going to give us an m over here. 11 plus 7 is 18, so our m is equal to 18. All right, so for your assignment today, I just want you to check out this equation, find out which of these values is correct, solve 2 very simple equations there, find out what the values of those letters are, and then write it on a piece of paper. You're going to do this on a piece of paper, take a picture of it, post it to Edmodo. If we still haven't figured out Edmodo, that's okay. We'll learn about it some more in class. We'll keep practicing. And then if you can't get it posted, you can bring it in on your sheeted notebook paper, and I will accept that as your homework for tonight. Hope you're having a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.